Hi, Dennis Daniel here, and welcome to the first episode of Cinema Macabre DD Reviews. Please do me a favor, like and subscribe so that we could get this thing out there. I've always wanted to say that. Could you like and subscribe? Never did that before. We're going to talk today about Evil Dead Rise. Evil Dead Rise, directed by Lee Cronin, is my favorite horror film of the year so far. Let's start by saying that no film in this series has ever topped the original Evil Dead from 1983. I think this is because of when it came out and what it did to literally change the face of horror. My God, the staggering originality. I was 23 at the time, and it just blew my tiny little mind. It holds a very sacred place in my heart. Sacred, I tell you. 40 years later, it still gives me goosebumps. That being said, arguments pro and con can be made about all the films that followed. Personally, I've loved them all. I even dug the 2013 film directed by Fede Alvarez. The TV series was also a hoot. When this film was announced, along with the premise, I, like so many horror fans, said, oh, they're going to do Demons 2 Evil Dead in an apartment complex. Wrong and wrong. It's so very, very much more than that. When I finally sat in the theater and watched Evil Dead Rise unfold, I found myself in a state of horrific ecstasy. All the malanky little hairs on my plot rose in unison. I was enraptured. I'll tell you a little bit about the film, my emotional response to it, but I'm holding back on many details because you need to see this, hopefully in a theater. I saw it twice in the theater, and the only other time I ever saw a movie twice in a theater was Blue Velvet way back in 1983. I hope that tells you something. The film is jam-packed with very clever homages to many horror classics. These Easter eggs are so much fun, beautifully done. I just kept grinning from ear to ear each time one of them came up. Right from the very first shot of the film, you see that it's at once self-aware and at the same time highly original in its reinterpretation. This is no easy task, folks. Director Cronin could have just as easily fallen flat on his ass. Instead, he paid such sincere respect to the sources and incorporated them into the film seamlessly and with incredible original style. Then there's the star of the show here, Alyssa Sutherland. From the moment she appears on screen, you know she's different. Her face is so beautiful and sexy hot, and at the same time, so evil. She has the kind of face that just says, I'm fucked up, reminding me how we all know Jack was nuts in The Shining way before he became possessed. She's captivating even before she becomes possessed by the Deadites. I was sucked into this performance. She was incredible. Her voice, her body language, her tattoos, her real slanted eyes. When she becomes a Deadite, she's fucking magnificent in her all-consuming hellishness. She alone would be reason enough to love this film. I kept thinking, man, she must have had a fucking ball playing this role. I know I would have. The physical demands must have been painful. I mean, Alyssa spins, flies, climbs, crawls, jumps, bites, slashes, swallows. I will swallow your soul. Vomits. Smashes through glass doors. Walls. Rips. Tears. Engulfs and devours. She really turns me on, man. A dead-eyed queen. Oh, then there's this. She does some horrible shit to her children and sister in this film. Even her own little girl. Her own little girl. It's fucking hardcore, man. Parasite is hardcore. Another fine quality of this celluloid spool of depravity is the blood content. We're talking gallons, rivers, oceans of blood. Blood! Blood! My God, it's glorious. You can't have an Evil Dead film without people covered in sticky, clumpy, gooey, crimson blood. It's fucking insane, and I am not over exaggerating. For what CGI there was, it was very sparing. The on camera effects were fucking mint. And contrary to some negative reviews I've seen, I love the cast and their performances. I also love the script, the production design, the cinematography, the set pieces, the soundtrack. Everyone and everything was excellent. I couldn't wipe the smile off my face. All the cast, except two, get to play themselves before and after possession. Now, what a great challenge is that for an actor? Two totally distinctive interpretations to pull off in one movie. These are fun-loving, depraved, and psychotically fucked up Deadites, too, complete with snappy banter when needed.
What's happening to me, sweetheart?
I don't know, Mom.
I do. I'm free now. Free from all you titty-sucking parasites.
Hey, Sam Raimi was the producer, along with Bruce Campbell. You gotta expect humor, too. By the way, that's a good point. In every Evil Dead outing, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell have been involved. Raimi even directed Campbell in a shitload of the TV episodes. So we know that the Evil Dead pedigree is safe and secure. Like the Frankenstein monster, Dracula, the Wolfman, Jason, the Shape, the Deadites have become iconic. Iconic. That's why it's so thrilling to see new films being made with the original principals still involved and having them all retain that Evil Dead vibe while bringing new ideas to the table. I also adored the title and credit sequences. Masterful all around. I loved Evil Dead Rise. Now, what you'll love, I hope, is my book, The Horror, A Film Fanatic's Obsession with the Cinema of the Macabre. There's a QR code. You can order it from Amazon.com, or you can get it from Fantico.net. And hot off the press, it's the premiere issue of my new magazine, Cinema Macabre, published by Fantico. It's got lots of amazing articles, over 64 pages, for just $14.95. You can get it on Amazon.com. Here's the QR code right here, or Fantico.net. Do it. Till next time.